So this is a video that has been requested by one of our viewers, thank you very much indeed, and that is to show the difference between a small club shoot and that of CPSA registered style targets. I've come here to Oak Edge, which whilst they don't currently hold CPSA registered competitions, they have done in the past, and the targets that they set and the ground is most certainly capable of holding those competitions. There really is some good targets here, and with the greatest respect to Millride, which I will be doing the comparison to, which is a small little club shoot in Wolverhampton. There's even one or two stands here that cover the whole of the ground of Millride. Once again, no disrespect to Millride, it serves a purpose and it certainly does get busy at times, so they are looking after their clientele very well. However, if you want to get into CPSA registered competitions, you really need to be practicing on the targets that they will be seeing in those competitions. So for me, there are 4 different types of shoot. The first is your introductory session or a have a go session at a small shooting ground where they want you to hit hopefully all of the targets, if not as many as possible, so that you enjoy yourself and want to go back for more. Obviously, if you miss them all, you'd say it was rubbish and would never want to go again, so it would be a pointless exercise. Secondly is your small club shoot, similar to Millride within this video, where they want you to hit as many targets again to keep you going back. And if you are just a relaxed shooter that just goes for fun with a few mates, then these type of clubs are ideal. Unfortunately, you won't learn much about big lead because there's hardly any lead at Millride at all. Now, no disrespect again, I don't want to sound like I'm slagging it off, but you won't really learn much above the fundamentals at places like Millride. You need to go to somewhere bigger. The third kind of shoot is your small club that holds a competition. Now, this is generally for fun, and again, they'll want you to enjoy yourself as much as possible, so the targets might not necessarily be that difficult. There may be 1 or 2 to really test the good club shooters there, but again, probably not too testing in reality, and again, probably not too much lead required because they're generally at smaller grounds. And then finally, you get your CPSA registered shoots where there are big leads, generally some tactical and technical targets where the course setter has really put some thought into it and trying to confuse you, and then they'll be trying to keep the C-class shooters happy, test the B-class shooters a little bit more than the C-class, and put some testing targets on for the A-class, the AA and AAA class, so that they at least miss 1 or 2. So it is a course setter's reason to be to try and catch people out. So hence it will be a lot more difficult than your average little club shoot. And hopefully by watching this video you will see a difference. On a big course like this one, there are obstacles, trees in the way that the target setter will use to their advantage to try and confuse you or take you out of your comfort zone to try and make you shoot it where you're not actually comfortable, and it may not be the best for you, but that's the whole point. They're trying to catch you out to a certain extent. So the equipment that I'll be using today is the trusty B&P cartridges. I've got 7.5 Legend and 7.5 Sporting and Compact, and these are both great cartridges and will hit anything on these targets and on these grounds. Then the trusty MK38 grade 3, which is my little baby, with 3/8 and half chokes. So let's start by having a look at the targets at Millride. Firstly, this is stand 1 and there's the teal in front of you, and then there is a going away just behind this sign, so both close targets. Then I believe this is stand 3, and if I just zoom in you will see the complete layout at Millride. Now, I don't mean to be negative, but it is a very small ground and most of the targets need very little, if any, lead whatsoever. So if you were looking at doing a target with some lead, not that I'd suggest this, but you would probably have to do a target from this stand down here and then stand over by the Ely sign or something. That way you would probably get something like about 2 or 3 foot of lead perhaps, but that's the only way of doing it, unfortunately. However, if you really want to get into CPSA registered competitions, then you do need to be practicing on targets that you will see in those competitions. And that's why you need to come to places like this Oak Edge, or my other 2 favourite grounds for practice on, which are Garlands and Kibworth, where they both hold registered competitions, so that you know you're practicing on genuine targets that you will see. Okay, so apparently on this stand, which is stand 1, we have a left to right rabbit and an incoming crow. So we'll have a look at them first. So there's the rabbit and the crow. It's just to the right hand side. Probably won't pick that up in the same picture, but I'll try for you. The difference from a club shoot to specifically registered competitions, and to an extent some club competitions, if the target setter is a little bit devious, is that the setter will use various tricks to make you really think about the targets. They will do things like set a standard for the A bird and then a MIDI for the B bird, so their flights and leads are different. Perhaps they will have the A bird kill point that will make you have to rush to your hold point for the B bird, or maybe use hedges and trees to confuse you and to take you out of your comfort zone. Maybe even put a clay that goes behind a tree and then the kill point is afterwards. Or alternatively, they may make you use two different hand speeds. So say the A bird is a fast target and then the B is a slower target, but because your hand speed might be too fast, you might swing through the B target or something along those lines. It is really a good course setter's objective to try and confuse you and make you make a few mistakes.